Making money on the internet, okay, is not that hard. It's not that hard. And if I can do it, I know you can do it. If you don't know who I am, my name is Robbie Cornelius, and I help people master their minds and make money online. When I first started making money online back in, let's say 2015 ish, 2015 ish, I discovered something phenomenal. I discovered that making money online was not that hard at all. And the way I discovered it was essentially an accident. Back then, I had broke my girlfriend's laptop that she got 2 days before I broke it on accident. And I needed to replace the screen. So I ordered the screen off of Amazon. I get the screen to the house a few days later, and I discovered that although I ordered the screen from Amazon, it said that it was shipped from another company. Now, I'm thinking at the time, listen, back then I was taking a little greenery, but I knew that my memory served me correctly. I'm like, how in the world is it that I ordered this product from Amazon, but it was sent from this, electronics company in another state? Nonetheless, I proceeded to open the box, take the screen out of the box, and replace the screen on the laptop and turn the laptop on. Thank goodness it worked because I was freaking out. And lo and behold, I look directly to myself and I realized there was that box again. And the thought came across my mind, how did I order the product from Amazon, but another company sent it to me? Blew my mind. Now, it's obvious now. Everybody knows about selling on Amazon now, but back then I didn't know, and many people didn't know about selling on Amazon. So I asked myself, I wonder if this company is selling their product through Amazon. And most importantly, I wonder if I could do the same thing. Sure enough, I went on Google, typed in sell on Amazon, and I came across sellercentral.amazon.com. And I was like, oh my goodness. Set up a free account. I don't know if it's free today, but back then you could set up a free account. And earlier that day, I went garage selling and I spent my last 25 cents to my name. I was broke, y'all. I spent my last 25 cents on a book from a garage sale. And I took that book after I created my Amazon Seller Central account and I listed that book for sale. That was the closest thing to me. I'm like, let me see how this works. Mind you, the book was used in horrible condition. It was an old book, an antique book. And the only reason I bought it was because I thought that it would look really good on my bookshelf. But I'm like, hey, I see that they're selling these things in horrible condition for $35, $45, even $50. Let me list mine. I went to sleep that night, woke up the next day, checked my email, and all of a sudden I see an email I've never seen before. And it was from Amazon Seller Central. I'm like, what is this? Order, I made a sale. A book that I purchased for 25 cents at a garage sale sold for like $35. I was over the moon. When that book sold, I said, cha-ching. All I knew is I had to do it over and over again and I would be fine. I would come out of poverty. I would come out of brokehood. I would be raised from financial limitations if I just repeated that process. And that's what I did. The next week, I went garage selling again and I took my little $40 that I made and I went to garage sales again and I purchased some more books. And I kept doing the same process over and over and over again. I spent my last 30, $40 on a bunch of books that I found at a garage sale that a lady had. Her brother was an antique book collector. She was about to put up her garage sale because it was at the end of the day. I offered her some money for it. She took the last money I had and I got all the books. Weeks later, I sold all those books. Not every single one of them, but weeks later, I made like $2,000 off of those books. Okay. And I just kept doing this over and over throughout the years. I would go to Goodwill. I would even go to the Salvation Army And I found that selling products or making money online was very simple. A, you need a product or service that people is looking for, and then B, you need to buy that product or service at a lower price point than you're going to sell it for. And then C, you need to make it available on the internet on a platform that is getting traffic. And that's why Amazon worked for me, because Amazon was already getting traffic. Yeah, it's literally that simple. It's not complicated. Now, I've graduated from the Amazon going to garage sales and Goodwill and Salvation Army days, trust. But what I did is I did that over and over again, and that allowed me to raise capital. And I used that capital that I raised to start a real business. Yeah. And the same process. I figured out what people wanted, and I provided it. I made myself available on the internet. And I call that process increasing your buy buttons. But first, you have to have something that people want to buy, and you have to make it easy for them to find it, and have to make it easy for them to buy that product or service from you. Now, the company that I started after I stopped flipping products and drop shipping and things of that nature from China was a web development company, and I still own that company today. Still own that company today. And that company is still making good money today. Why? Because today people are still looking for that product or service. And now, here's how it comes to you. You got to figure out, how can you get a product or service in front of people that are looking for that product or service? And what I found out back when I was flipping product is that people would buy anything. I read this book one time called The Long Tail, and the long tail, what I took from the book, The Long Tail, it convinced me that regardless of whatever you put out there on the internet, somebody would eventually come along and buy it. And that was it. After I heard that, I'm like, I'm sold. I'm just going to upload a bunch of stuff to the internet. Now, would I start that way today? Probably not, but I do have a ton of stuff for sale on the internet today, and every single day sales are coming in because I took the initiative many years ago to set those things up using the power of the internet. Now, when it comes to you need to understand that it's really not about you. It's about the people that are looking to buy what you're offering. It's about the people that are looking to buy what they want. And they're not loyal. They don't care if you have it. They don't care if somebody else has it. They just want what they want. And you have to get that through your mind. People just want what they want. And the quicker you can understand that, the quicker you can start making some money on the internet. I don't know what number this is, but the next thing I want to point out is that you got to make it easy for people to find you. My goodness, send some traffic to your website. God dang it. Send some traffic to your product or service and get it in front of people that are looking for it. How do you do that? There's ways to do it. You can create content like I'm doing right now, creating organic content, publishing that content on social media, and or you can run paid advertisement. You could do SEO. You can do UGC, what they call user generated content, meaning you get some type of influencer to make a video about your product or service. The list goes on and on and on and on. But if no one knows about your product or service, and it's hard for them to find your product and service, the chances of you making money on the internet are very, very slim. You need to understand that. If you don't understand that, you're playing a loser's game, okay? And so the next thing I realized is that I was selling a bunch of, low ticket items because I was broke at that time. I thought that I would sell items that other broke people would buy because it was hard for me to wrap my mind around somebody buying, a $2,000 product or service when I didn't have $2,000 myself. Now I understand that it's easier and better to sell a higher ticket offer. And 9 times out of 10, when you sell a higher ticket offer, you're going to attract a higher quality customer. And that higher quality customer is probably going to give you less of a headache than the customer that you're selling cheap products and services to. I've done it all, baby. I've done it all. I have people, even when I started my web development company, we would build websites for people at $200. And those people were some of the most aggravating people you ever want to come across, because $200 was a lot of money to them. And so they wanted to squeeze every bit of energy out of you for that $200. And it just wasn't worth it at the end of the day. When we increased our prices at Southern Web Service, we started attracting real businesses that understood the value that we brought to the table. And also, as a result, we found that those businesses didn't bother us that much. They trusted us on what we were providing. They saw us as the experts at web design and marketing. And so you need to increase the item, the price of the item, or the price of the product or service that you're offering, because that's going to help you attract a higher quality customer. Okay. But you also have to be willing to deliver on that higher price product or service. But making money on the internet is not hard. It's very simple. Now, some of the things that I see that keeps people from making money on the internet is that a lot of people tend to sell products and services that a lot of people are not looking for. If you're selling a product or service that nobody is really looking for, then you have to spend a tremendous amount of time or energy or money into convincing people that they need or want your product or service really, really bad. AKA, you have to be willing to educate your audience. Okay. If you're not willing to spend a tremendous amount of time, energy, and or money investing in educating people on why they should buy your product or service, then you're already starting off with the loser mentality. And number two, when you understand that you have to educate people about your product or service, you also have to understand that those sales might not come in as fast as you want them to come in. So if you want sales to come in really, really fast, then you need to sell a product or service that people really, really want. If they are slow to understand it, they are going to be slow to pay for it. So that's what I did when I started making money online. I went for products and services that I already saw that other people were buying. I knew that, 800 people have left reviews on this book. Well, I know that 800 people have bought the book. So I'm going to sell that book at a higher price than I purchased it for. That's the easiest way to make some money online. But if you're coming to the game with a brand new product or service that nobody knows about, then you have to spend time, energy, and or money investing in educating your audience on why they really, really need your product or service. That's as simple as it gets. It's Robbie Cornelius encouraging you to master your mind, make money online. And if you want some more of this type of content, high quality content, visit my social platform, webassetgroup.com. It is completely free. You can consume all the content over there for free and learn how to master your mind and make money online. Well, it's not all free, but 99% of it is free. Go over there, check it out.